Massive fire broke out in Assam's Dibrugarh district. The fire was allegedly due to an oil pipeline burst. Those are the dramatic visuals. What is extremely interesting is here is a fire literally breaking out on a river. So that's something that has happened because this is an oil pipeline that runs across this river. And as per initial reports, there was a pipeline burst and that caught fire. So we'll have to wait and get more inputs on this. Arindam is on the phone line with us. So we'll try and get in Arindam just a bit. This is a bizarre incident of a fire breaking out in the Burhi Dihing river of Dibrugarh district. Arindam is with us on the phone line. Arindam?
Yes, a massive fire broke out on Burhi Dihing river at Tengakhat in Duliajan in the Dibrugarh district of eastern Assam. Locals panicked after seeing this massive fire, and initially it was suspected that some miscreants tried to steal oil by cutting the pipeline which was owned by Oil India Limited and which has led to this massive fire. But there are also another theory that the independent faction of Ulfa, which has a stronghold in the area, might also carry out sabotage by carrying out IED blasts. So right now investigation is underway, and the fire and emergency teams as well as the Oil India Limited personnel are engaged in dousing the flames, but investigation is right now underway to find the cause of this fire.
Right. And, Arindam, those of us who are familiar with Assam, we know that these are oil pipelines that runs across various districts. And apparently this was one of those oil pipelines that was connected to the Duliajan plant. So that is obviously going to have repercussions, because if this is a major oil pipeline that has got burst in this manner and there's a fire, what could be the fallout of this, Arindam?
Yes, it was actually the locals who noticed this massive fire, and they informed the police and the Oil India Limited about this massive fire. And initially, it was suspected that some miscreants might be trying to cut the pipeline and steal oil, which has led to this massive fire. And also, there is another theory that the militants might be involved in carrying out a blast in the oil pipeline, which has led to this massive fire. But right now, investigation is underway, and as you have said, that this is a major pipeline which connects Duliajan oil plant. So definitely, it has affected the supply of oil in that area, and right now, efforts are on to douse the flames. And in fact, teams of the Assam State Fire Department as well as the Oil India Limited are engaged in dousing the flames.
Yes, Arindam, just very quickly, because you brought it up, I want to understand that you're saying that there could be foul play. So that's one of the theories, that somebody deliberately did this. Or could this be an accident? Do instances of this nature happen, oil pipeline burst of this kind?
So, as you are aware that Eastern Assam is known for oil pilferage scams, and in fact many miscreants earlier also tried to steal oil by cutting these massive pipelines, and which might have led to this fire, or it might be an accident also. But yes, as I have mentioned, that since this area is also a stronghold of the independent faction of Ulfa led by Porous Borua, so earlier also several blasts were carried out on this pipeline. So this might also be a sabotage act by carried out the Alpha independent faction.
Yes,
but right now investigation is underway.
That's very important what you pointed out, that these are militant infested areas, some of these parts in Upper Assam, and it is not very uncommon for militant factions to resort to these kind of tactics where they where they attack these kind of pipelines, because these are in a way vital installations in a state like Assam, where the oil plants around Dibrugarh, around Duliajan are quite prevalent. They exist all across, they crisscross that part of the state. This has happened in Burhi Dihing river, and these are stunning visuals in a way, because they're not too often that you see a fire breaking out on a river. That's exactly what seems to have happened, but this is actually an oil pipeline that has caught fire.